According to the U.S. Geological Survey, there are nearly 6,500 invasive species living in the United States alone. Collectively, these species cause almost $100 billion in damages per year to the U.S. economy. Naturally, they're bound to get a bad rap. People declare that they don't belong here, they should go back to where they came from, and that they're harmful to those already living here. Sound familiar? Even if you aren't a biologist, you've probably heard these sentiments, though perhaps in a slightly different context: immigration. This is what happens when the language of invasion biology invades politics. Hi, my name is Teresa Benton, and I am a senior studying ecology, evolution, and biodiversity at the University of Michigan. I believe my story would be great for your publication, as it reveals an interesting intersection between science and its social impacts, as well as the tension that intersection is feeling in today's political climate. In fall of 2018, President Trump sent troops to the southern border, calling the crisis there an invasion. This past August, he announced plans to keep military personnel there until 2020. The United States is home to thousands of refugees, recently naturalized citizens, and millions of unauthorized immigrants. What is the impact of using this language on groups like these? How do scientists feel about their language being co-opted for political purposes, and what is their response? What are the best steps going forward? These are some of the questions that I address in my story. To best answer them, I spoke to the people right at the crossroads of this debate. Scientists using this language with a public more used to hearing it in a political context. I also spoke to a scientist who is herself an immigrant, as well as someone who is intimately familiar with the social and legal implications of using this language on immigrant groups. This story is important to tell now because politicians are beginning to utilize this language more and more as the immigration debate becomes more controversial, which has very real impacts for people and policies, such as the militarization of the border and the inhumane treatment of the people wishing to enter the United States. It is timely with the current presidential race as well. It is also important to consider now as scientists are beginning to focus more of their attention on public outreach in light of recent science denial. I believe I'm qualified to tell this story because I am a scientist with knowledge of and interest in the political and biological implications of this language. As a student at the University of Michigan, I have access to a wide variety of views on this issue, and I believe I can bring to the public's attention an issue which they may not know about or even be aware of. I believe my story would best be told online, as I could then include links to statistics and further reading on the science and politics brought up in the article. This would make the topic a bit more accessible for people who may not be aware or be as familiar with both aspects of this topic. Thank you for listening to my pitch, and I hope to hear back from you soon.